So I don't know if you guys saw this, but Warren Buffett of Berkshire Hathaway is giving away $1 million a year to anybody at his company who can predict the round of Sweet 16 for March Madness. Now, we don't have Warren Buffett's type of money, but we do share his spirit. So here's the deal. The National Real Estate Post has an open March Madness pool for anybody watching the show, any one of our viewers. All you have to do is click the banner right over there, fill out your bracket, and if you win, we will either 1, fly out to your location and shoot a show from your office, or 2, do a cover of you and your company on one of our future shows. You don't need to be a basketball fan to understand this. It's kind of fun. Short of the Super Bowl, March Madness is the greatest sporting event in the country. Check this thing out. Click this banner right over there. It's free. So last week we did a show explaining how the cost of doing a mortgage has increased post-TRID. What we found odd was that appraisal fees went up. The reason seems to be that it's better to charge everyone more than face the occasional redisclosure if added work and costs were to be added to an individual appraisal.
The second fee we found was a new escrow fee, or better explained, a TRID fee of a couple $100. So we figured we'd ask you what new TRID fees you've experienced, because our experience is just from a small town here in Northern California. Well, you answered the call, and here's a taste of what we heard.
Dave Myers says he's experienced fees for additional staff due to TRID. And also, post-closing cures have required us, his company, to raise their processing and underwriting fees by a total of $245. Thanks, TRID.
Ernie Berry says, here in Raleigh, what I've seen increased almost double are the attorney fees, and the costs are being passed off to the buyers.
By the way, I think we got that last name pronounced right, but sorry if it was wrong. Don Thomas says that we've seen an increase in doc prep attorney fees by about $100. Escrow closing fees have jumped by $50 to $100. And yes, appraisals are up pretty much for the same reason described in your video.
And Eric Kinnaman says in Arizona, escrow and title has increased quite a bit.
Hope we got that name right as well. By the way, when we're writing these things, I always make sure we give the difficult names to Frank because I don't want to have to deal with it. Anyways, if we got it wrong, we apologize. Anyway, so covering multiple states, both escrow and lawyer states have seen increases in both third-party fees along with internal fees. The ranges we're hearing from you is what we've heard. Pretty much $500 and up overall, not to mention the interest rates. So that's nice.
Now, this is interesting because not only have we seen a spike in rates, fees, and costs, both internally and third party, all across the board, but we've seen a systematic tightening of credit that is not changing, meaning it's more difficult and more expensive to borrow money. That is, if you can. Here's what we're saying.
I want you to check out this credit availability chart. Now, do you notice anything odd? Does anything, I don't know, maybe just jump out at you?
Yeah, how about the cliff? But it's not the cliff that should concern you, it's the fact that nothing has changed to remedy the availability of credit. Because usually, when any graph falls off a cliff, there's some sort of a recovery, an ebb and flow, up and down type of thing. But now, our lengthened lack of credit availability has turned into a lending dark age, with our industry leaders playing the role of Gregory VII or William I.
Historical context here, they were leaders during the Dark Ages that perpetuated the Dark Ages for longer than it should have been. We're trying to draw an analogy there. I hope that makes sense. If not, now you know. Well, the loans we're writing are great. We understand that. But there's a stagnant credit availability, higher fees and costs, timeframes, and barriers to entry. This is the face, my friends, of consumer protection. One last point.
Today, at 10 o'clock in the morning Eastern Time, CFPB Director Cordroy will be testifying before the House Financial Services Committee. The questioning is led by Jeb Hanserling, and it should be very interesting and contentious. I'm sure the questions and statements posed above by not only us, but other lenders across the country will be addressed. So if you've got the time, record it or watch it. Realtor or lender involved or disenfranchised, because make no mistake about it, the testimony to be given is the most relevant testimony right now to the future of your career. I completely don't get the March Madness thing. I mean, I just don't understand it. I'm not a college basketball guy by any means. I mean, so I'd probably just go in there and randomly pick things, and I probably do great.
You probably would. So you're gonna
Yeah.
get your brackets, and all you have to do is pick the games, and
Yeah.
pick who you think's gonna get to each round, and all you have to do is click, and it's going to rank each team
Yeah.
from 1 to 8.
Okay.
So you'll know who's going to be favored, and basically the site will track to see exactly where you're at next to the other people who are also competing. Everybody in our office is going to do it. I'm telling you, next to the Super Bowl pools that we do.
This is a big deal.
Oh, this is so much fun. You don't even have to like basketball. It's fun. Check it out and share it with your office, because the more people who do this, the better the probability you or your office is going to win and either put us on a plane or have us do a cover story on you.
Yeah, that'll be fun. All right, well, you guys have a great day. Forward, share, subscribe, leave your comments down below. We'll catch you later here at the National Real Estate Post.
Bye.
Bye.